I couldn't make it to class this week, but I still did a video update of my project of what happened last week. I'm gonna skip the video again in the beginning. This is where in the beginning that's where the user first watches the video. I still haven't focused on the 3D design of the environment because I want to do that last. I first want to make sure my MVP is functioning and solidified, including all functionality. So the first learning stations, as you guys already know, I'm gonna be doing a 360 platforming rotation type of experience, similar to the Disney's Carousel of Progress. So in the first learning stations, I'm introducing users to the three different type of records. The first one being the 78 RPM, which was the first one that came out in the market. I will have people interact with the voice clip. So okay, I'm gonna mute this just so we don't have any sound blocking my words. But yeah, basically, I have it set up so that each rotation is triggered by a different condition. The condition here is that after user interacts with all the three different record types, just to learn them, the difference, including how many songs each one could fit, etc. This will trigger. Let me go ahead and click this one, because this is when the user listens to the audio clip, that's what's been triggering the the learning experience, the boolean. After they spend some time learning, the first rotation will occur. Let me see if this is happening. Okay, so again, at the end, when the platform starts rotating, everything's supposed to disappear very slowly. And then I also changed the speed of the rotation. Okay, so after this, everything should be disappearing, and that's when user first rotates. So again, I'm still working on the little details, but the functionality for rotation, the first condition has been met. As I said before, I am changing the speed of the rotation because when I deployed it on the headset, it was giving me major motion sickness. So I slowed it down, and it's a trade-off, but I feel like it's better user experience to, instead of, some users might get really motion sick, and I don't want that, so I prefer a slower transition. And again, I'm gonna have an audio clip playing as the user rotates, so there's not gonna be an empty interaction. The second learning station is gonna be the actual gramophone setup. So they're gonna have the different steps here if they want, alongside the audio clip. And so with all the music playback, I'm not gonna go through the details here, but this all works. The idea here is that user interacts with different records. They listen to this different tunes, and after that, they have played all of them, then this button here, which I have to move down and flip, it has to come down, and that will trigger the option to go inside the gramophone and learn about how it works mechanically. So let's click inside, and as you can see here, it works. Again, all the gears and the parts, I have that in a different area that I have to bring back once they all work. And inside, the user is gonna be clicking around, like hovering on items, while the narrator talks about the pieces and how everything comes together mechanically. Then after that, the user will be able to go back outside, which will be triggering the next rotation. Let's see. Okay, so that was not supposed to happen. The user is supposed to be, I apologize for that. Let me go back inside, because it was working well. The user is supposed to spawn back in front of the gramophone, and that was working earlier, so I have to go back and look into it. The next rotation starts, and as the narrator keeps talking about it, the user will be taken to the third station, which is, they're gonna see a big horn and recording mechanism. So this is when performers, like musicians, had to perform in front of the horn, and that to record a master record, right? So at this part, I'm going to change the scene and slowly transition into the teleporting back to the recording studio. And then again, it's gonna be a 360 experience. They're gonna rotate, and they're gonna see people performing and getting that context into what it was like to be present during that time. And after that, I will trigger the last rotation into the other room with the music store so they can see what it was like to go inside one of those in the 1920s, and so on and so forth. The idea is that after the user has rotated 360 degrees, they will trigger either the end credits or something else I haven't thought of, but mostly the functionality works. As I said before, I'm not focusing on the designing the room yet. Like, I'm gonna leave that for last, but the main functionalities of my MVP are working, except for that little glitch you saw when I go out of my gramophone. And my next action items for next week and this week are going to be, finishing the interior of the gramophone, and then also, if I have time, do like a hover tour. So I'm gonna, while the user is still really tiny and they go out, I'm gonna take them through, like, in detail into the different parts of the gramophone outside and explain to them how how the needle reads the groups and translates the music, etc., and through the horn. That's all in coming weeks, and of course eventually prepare for usability testing, but that's what I have so far. Thank you.